And as we head into a rainy election day, we're breaking down a study that dives into how much of an impact weather has on voters getting out to the polls. Meteorologist Zach Scott has been researching the findings and breaks it down for us this morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Joe. This is a study that was in 2018. Dartmouth College did this. We want to look at how the weather impacts voter turnout on election day. They wanted to really focus in on so-called marginal voters. So we wanted to look at U.S. adults who don't vote regularly. And again, they're so-called marginal voters. They tend to be younger and lower income. They found that those voters, more times than not, tend to go more the Democratic side. So we did find in the study that they're more likely to be inconvenienced by the weather. We're talking rain, snow, maybe a big push of some cold air. And in the study, we found that turnout would be lower in those areas where we had some active weather. As much as 2% drop in turnout was going to be possible for the Democratic side of the race. And that meant you could get a more favorable turnout there for the Republican Party where you had active weather. We will also note that since 2020, with the COVID election there, we had more voters vote early and do the mail-in ballots because they wanted to avoid the big crowds, right? Since then, a lot of people felt comfortable doing it then. We've seen a big voter turnout this go round as well early. So that means there's less voters that have the chance to be impacted here on election day. But we've got some weather. We know we still have millions more of Americans that are going to get out there and vote. I think we've already seen over 80 million vote early. For the voters that are going to get out and vote across the country today, where do we have the bigger storm systems? Right in the heart of the country. And we are looking at some big states like Wisconsin, over towards Iowa, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio could see some rain later in the day. Little snow out towards the northwest. Overall, the East Coast, the Southeast, not looking too bad.